you all just rise till they take their seat rather, then we sit back and continue with the program. So when they start coming in, you would know. So just everybody will just rise, and when they sit, we'll start. Then the program for the day would have this one. I'll read out the programs, so we'll follow suit. All right? Okay. So, and we also know that this event is hybrid. We have our students following us online, and surprisingly, they should be the majority. So we'll display them here on the screen. You can see some of them. They will all join in this process as you're matriculating. They will take their oath as well, but virtually. All right? Thank you all. Yeah, I will.
When I got hired, it was
we may all be seated, please. Very specially, I welcome everyone to the 5th matriculation ceremony of Corona College of Education, holding today the 26th of March, 2022. So we'll begin by introduction of principal officers of the college. I would like to first and foremost welcome the chairman and council members of the Corona Council, and also the CEO, Corona Schools Trust Council. And most specifically, I want to welcome the provost of the Corona College of Education in the person of Dr. Olajumoke Mekiluwa. Please, a round of applause, everyone. I also like to welcome the Deputy Provost, Mrs. Chinedu Moluwadamilola. Also the Registrar, Mrs. Joan Omole. The Buzzer, Mr. Adewale Shoremi. Also here with us today are the Deans and the HODs. First, the Dean School of Education, Mr. Augustine Modi. The Dean Students Affairs, Mr. Okpeolu Tella. The HOD Guidance and Counseling, Mrs. Uzuma Anyanuka. The HOD Computer Science Education, Mr. Abolade Omiyale. Also here with us today are the members of the academic board, which constitutes the board of the college, considering all results. I will just read. The Provost, Dr. Olajumoke Mekiluwa, the Deputy Provost, the Dean School of Education, the Dean Student Affairs, HOD Guidance and Counseling, HOD Computer Science Education, the Training and Development Manager, which has not been mentioned, Mrs. Nora Jagede, and the Registrar, Mrs. Joan Omole. Also in our midst today, we have the representative of the JAM Registrar in the person of Mrs. Oluwakemi Awosonya, please. A round of applause. We also have our guest matriculation lecturer in the person of Mr. Akin Pelu. You're welcome, sir. So to commence this program properly, I would like to, in a very special way, welcome our provost. I don't know if you all are familiar with her face, but I know we've had a very robust discussion with our students even prior to now. So with a round of applause, with a standing ovation, I would want to also welcome our provost of the college, Dr. Olajumoke Mekiluwa. So welcome her. For the opening, to open the ceremony properly. Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I have the honor to call upon the provost of the college, who is the chairman of the ceremony, to declare the ceremony open.
By the authority of the academic board of the college, I, the provost of the Corona College of Education in Ilupeju, Lagos, hereby declare the ceremony open for the purpose of matriculating students for the 2020-2021-2022 academic session. Thank you.
The Dean School of Education should please present the matriculants from the various departments of the school.
Good morning, everyone. I would like all the matriculants to stand. NC, PD, PDEC, and ADELM. The Registrar, I present to you these men and women who are hereby present and those who are unavoidably absent, for whom I stand proxy, whose name are contained in the admission list for the administration of the matriculation oaths. Thank you. Each matriculant shall repeat after the registrar from the individual copy of the oath, which shall be submitted to the principal assistant registrar for records.
So I believe you all have your oaths in front of you. Okay. So some of you, okay, just repeat after me. When I say I, the next thing you mention your name in full, and then you continue to repeat after me. Okay, thank you. I hereby affirm that on admission to the studentship of Corona College of Education, Ilupeju, I solemnly and sincerely promise and declare that I may pay due respect and obedience to the provost and other officers of the college. I will faithfully obey all rules of the college, of the Corona College of Education, Ilupeju, and all other rules and regulations which may be issued as the need arises for the good governance of the college. I shall maintain harmony with my colleagues okay, sorry. Okay. Let me take that again. I shall maintain harmony with my colleagues throughout my stay in the college. So help me God. Please, are the online students on? All online students, please unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Please unmute. You're also going to take the oath.
Okay.
Okay, good morning, online students. So you repeat after me. Yeah, so you repeat after me, please. So you mention your name after I, okay? Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So I hereby affirm that on admission to the studentship of Corona College of Education, Ilupeju, I solemnly and sincerely promise and declare that I will pay due respect
and declare that I will pay due respect
and obedience to the provost and other officers of the college.
and obedience to the provost and other officers of the college.
I will faithfully obey all the rules of Corona College of Education in Ilupeju.
I will faithfully obey all the rules of Corona College of Education
And all other rules and regulations
and all other rules and regulations
which may be issued as the need arises
which may be issued as the need arises
for the good governance of the college.
for the good governance of the college.
I shall maintain harmony with my colleagues
I shall maintain harmony with my colleagues
throughout my stay in the college.
throughout my stay in the college.
So help me God.
God.
Okay, thank you. You may be seated. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. The Provost, ma'am, I present to you these men and women who have been deemed worthy of being admitted as students of the Corona College of Education, Ilupeju, Lagos.
Can you please rise up to your feet again? The online students, I'd like you to be on your feet wherever you are. You are not repeating after me. No, you are not saying that after me. You are not saying that after me. Just be on your feet. I, Provost of Corona College of Education in Ilupeju, accept you all as students of the Corona College of Education into your respective schools, departments, and programs therein. You may be seated.
May I, with due respect, invite the Provost and Chairman of the ceremony to present her matriculation address.
The college management, here seated. Members of the college academic board, deans of schools and heads of departments, the entire staff of CSED, dear matriculating students, do you remember how I said we should do it? When I call dear CSED students, what are you supposed to say? That lacks energy and passion. Dear Corona students, better. Dear Corona students, great Corona students. So dear matriculating students on site and online, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, the representative of the JAMB registrar here seated, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Corona Schools Trust Council, I am delighted to welcome you all to the 2021-2022 matriculation ceremony for the NCPD students of Corona College of Education, CSED, Ilupeju, Lagos, a college renowned for raising a new breed of teachers. At CSED, we have a legacy of world-class education built and sustained over 65 years, for over 65 years of excellent educational service delivery offered by the Corona Schools Trust Council across all the tiers of education. The college management appreciates the commitment of the Trust Council to ensuring that CSED occupies a prominent place as a pace setter in teacher education in Nigeria. This support has been responsible for a continual determination to make CSED primus inter pares among all colleges of education in the country. Matriculation ceremony. Matriculation is a revered academic tradition in tertiary institutions worldwide, as it affords institutions the opportunity to register, enroll, and formally present all, all students who have been duly admitted into the institution. Today's ceremony is a hybrid event, combining both the on-site and the online students of CSED. This ceremony is also a climax of activities to initiate you into the culture, traditions, structures, and systems of an academic institution. In the course of today's event, I think it has already happened anyway, you have taken the matriculation oath, which confers on you the status of a bona fide student of this institution, along with the rights and privileges appertaining to this. Dear matriculants, ladies and gentlemen, every year, several students seek admissions into tertiary institutions, but some are denied, while a few achieve their dreams. You are one of the lucky few. Would you want to put your hands together for yourselves? Your choice to study at CSED provides you access to enriched learning opportunities and experiences targeted at drawing out your potential, your skills, your aptitudes, and to enhance your cutting edge as teachers. It is a time to learn, to unlearn, and to relearn. Your choice has also put you ahead of your peers in terms of a stable academic calendar. You are aware there is a festival going on now in the education industry. Are you aware of the festival? No. It is called ASU Strike. Every year, that festival seems to hold across almost all tertiary institutions. But fortunately, you have enrolled and registered at a college that has never closed its doors one day due to strike actions. So that puts you ahead. That puts you ahead of your peers because you have a chance to study without any interruption throughout the course of your study. Again, your choice has put you ahead by way of prompt completion of your studies with certificates and licenses delivered at your graduation. You have access to contemporary technology for virtual and e-learning. You have a committed and highly rated faculty. You have service-oriented staff, a well-equipped library, along with the e-library for the on-site students. You have a modern campus and facility, and a beautiful ambience that supports your academic growth and development, among other things. Statistics for 2021-2022 matriculation. CSED offers a variety of programs at the NCE and the PDE levels, as well as other programs that have been duly approved by the College Academic Board. May I quickly add that all our programs are also duly and fully accredited by the necessary supervisory and regulatory bodies in the country. As at today, a total of 239 students were offered provisional admission into the college for 2021-2022 academic session across the various academic programs. As a matter of fact, several students are still enrolling into the program. The breakdown of this figure is as follows. For NCE, we had 13 students apply to the college. For PDE, we had 172 students. I think about 152 have resumed already, or 150. For the PDEC program, the Professional Diploma in Early Childhood and Care Education, we had 32 applications into the college. And for the Advanced Diploma in Educational Leadership and Management, we had 22 students who applied to the college. all these have been offered provisional admission into Corona College of Education. College identity. Ladies and gentlemen, matriculating students, let me at this juncture remind you of the college mission, vision, and core values, which define us as a tertiary academic institution. The college vision is to be the best provider of teacher education in Nigeria with premium quality and standards for the training of globally competitive graduates. Let me quickly say at this juncture that that vision is not as lofty as you might think it is, because it is already been achieved. Many of the graduates from the programs we have are already making waves in international colleges and universities globally. So we are training you not only for local consumption, but also for international schools and services. The college mission is to provide world-class teacher education founded on ethical values and professionalism for self-actualization and service to humanity. Our core values that direct and guide all our activities are excellence, integrity, service, and teamwork. As students here, you are expected to embrace, imbibe, and uphold the vision, mission, and values of the college. My charge to you as I round off this speech, during your stay at CSED, let me charge you on the following. 1, regularity and punctuality at lectures, whether you are on site or you are online. 2, be focused, be diligent, be studious, be tenacious. True success, it has been said, is a product of hard work with no shortcuts, but genuineness of heart. We know it is difficult at times as adult learners. I think we said all that during the orientation program. We know it's difficult, it's challenging, but you are up to the game. Number 3, as you navigate through your academic programs, don't do it alone. Collaborate with other students, study together, brainstorm, build new relationships. 4, refrain from unlawful acts such as examination misconduct, certificate forgery, theft, fighting, and other indecent and immoral acts which run contrary to the rules and regulations of the college. 5, complete your registration procedures with both the registry and bursary units. 6, maintain due decorum, dignity, and decency as befits the name of the college and the entire Corona Schools Trust Council. 7, be security conscious. And finally, be health conscious and observe the COVID-19 protocols at all times. You are all rule breakers as to that one. Less than 1% here are wearing their nose masks. Please still maintain the COVID-19 protocols. To whom much is given, much is required. Conclusion. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, dear matriculants, in concluding this address, let me assure you of our continued and deep commitment to your academic growth and the successful completion of your studies, and of our continuous improvement of our academic brand as a college. Once again, on behalf of the Corona Schools Trust Council and the college management, I congratulate you and your families, because I can see your families, for some of you, accompanied you here today. I congratulate your families on your admission to Corona College of Education, Lagos. I wish you smooth sailing and a successful and pleasant stay in the college. This, no doubt, is a happy moment. May you have many more happy moments in the course of your study here. God, who began a good work in you, will surely complete it. Thank you and God bless.
Please, a very big, warm round of applause for the host. Thank you all. So next on our agenda is the matriculation lecture. And I know most of us have been asking ourselves, what are we going to discuss right now? If you've known the college, you know that we've had a series of lectures in most recent times, and this has been a very big advantage for our students. I would want to reiterate that you'll be getting mails from the college for you to attend lectures, either virtually or on-site. Please make yourself available, because these are very rich programs that are part and parcel of your academic work here in the college. So very quickly, I would want to welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Akin Pelu, for his matriculation lecture. You're welcome, sir.
The Provost, Dr. Olajumoke Mekilua, the Deputy Provost, the Dean, School of Education, Dean, Student Affairs, all HODs here present, Training and Development Manager, Registrar, and every other member of the board. I want to say a good afternoon to everybody here. And to all the matriculating students, we are saying congratulations ahead. I'm so happy, I'm delighted to do this speech because Corona is home for me. The vision of this College of Education is to see how teachers are being trained to become globally relevant. And at a point in my academic and career pursuit, I went through this system many years ago, and I'm a product of the vision of Corona Schools Trust Council. For me, education is the parameter that brings about social change to a nation. And it's a major instrument for development. And this is only propagated by the teachers. We all know that the system and the educational system is going through a lot of issues, and most importantly, the dignity of the teaching profession is being eroded and is not respected as such again. The challenges that have plagued the teaching profession has indeed caused a gap between the learning needs and the learning outcomes that we find amongst the children. This is why there's a great need for us to bridge the gap, and this is why the Corona College of Education is existing. Whilst global conversations are going on to drive the development of the teaching profession in terms of improved perception, in terms of commensurate remuneration, and probably skilled professional development, there's a new generation of teachers that must emerge and take responsibility for their own career and professional development. Permit me to say that there is a need for a new generation of what I call the 7-star teachers. The 7-star teacher is one that will demonstrate expertise at all costs. A 7-star teacher is one that will take into his or her own hand and assume the position of not just a teacher, but a destiny molder and a nation builder. A 7-star teacher will conduct himself at a higher level than most members of the society because he's an epitome of virtue. There's no doubt that education is evolving and there are lots of things going on around. The kind of children that we are having in this present time, they are not the ones that we used to have many years ago, particularly when you are dealing with the Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas. The Gen Zs are the ones born between 1995 and the early 2000s. They are the ones exposed to the internet world. They love to learn with fun. They want to learn with fact. They would ask you every question, which you would never take as insultive, but a generation wanting to express themselves. And you must never take offense around that. Not to talk about the Alpha generation. who were given birth to just a few years before now. They are exposed to things like machine learning, exposed to things like artificial intelligence, what we call AI. Their thinking pattern is quite different, and you must be able to relate with them. The one that is most challenging right now is the babies that are given birth to during COVID. How to handle a COVID generation, a COVID baby growing up in the educational sector is going to take a lot of challenges and evolution to deal with. So it tells you that there's a great challenge on our part, and that we must understand the generation of the children that we are dealing with. In as much as we are putting that to heart, it means that we need to take responsibility. I will share with you one of my experiences in the classroom many years ago. I entered into the classroom and I greeted a young lady who was in year 12 at Corona School, Bagada. Sorry, Corona School, Agbara. And she did not answer me, and she walked away. Then I saw other students that walked up to me and they said to me, if you like yourself, you are new here. Don't go near that lady. That girl rather, she is saucy and she would insult you. She does that freely with every teacher. I said, that's why I'm so interested in this young lady. Then suddenly I began to watch her and I began to observe this lady. Then I asked a group of her friends, I said, what does she like most? They said, academically, they can't say, but they know that she loves Beyonce music. I don't listen to Beyonce music as such, but I went on the internet and I went to find out a lot about Beyonce. Then I had to download most of her freshest and recent tracks. Then I began to learn a few. I know how to tap my hands, tap my legs, and move myself. Then one day she was passing by into my classroom where I was the year tutor. And she walked in and I began to play the music. As I played the music, she turned her one-ton neck, wondering who is the person giving her the kind of vibe she's looking for in school. Then she said, are you the one playing it? I said, yes. She said, you are my kind of guy. And I am supposed to be her teacher. I did not pick any insult from that because I know that I am on a mission. I said, so you love Beyonce music? She said, yes. I said, that makes us two Beyonce lovers. Then she went ahead asking me the different Beyonce music that I know. And honestly, I could not even remember. I just told her to come and look at the system and see the music that I have, and she was quite impressed. The next day, I saw her again, and she decided to say hello to me for the first time. When she said hello, we sat down and we had a conversation. I'd gone to do what I would call a research about her, which you're going to learn in this college, that before you meet every child, you are going to profile them and understand the children that you are dealing with, so that you know how to deal with them and the proper learning style that goes with them. Then I researched about her. She's just a young lady whose parents are abroad, but they brought her to Nigeria to learn common sense, and she's not happy. In fact, she will do all that she's interested, she will do all to make you expel her. But the school understood that trick. Nobody was going to expel her. One of her experiences, if you want to scale out of school, you do it silently so that nobody will see you. She would do her own publicly so that you can see her and expel her so that she can return back to the US and see her parents. But Corona is trained to understand, and they understand how to deal with such children. Then one day, I said to her in passing, I said, I think Nigerian parents don't understand how to take care of their children in this present time, and they don't understand what is going on in their heart. The moment I made that statement, the first thing she said was, you are the reasonable person I've seen this year. And said that that's all I've been trying to tell people, but they just don't get it. I said, I share the same concern with you. And she said, that's how my parents who live in the US, brought me to Nigeria to come and learn this culture and school here. My other siblings are in the US. They are doing well, and here I am today. I'm suffering in this place. Then we sat down and we talked and talked and talked. That was how this lady, this young girl became my friend. Today, she's a master's holder and she's a senior manager at Amazon. That tells you that you must challenge yourself as you get into this profession. There's a lot of things you can complain about and say that things are not going well, particularly for teachers. That's why I said that you must take responsibility for this career that you are embarking on. I'll share with you 7 points in passing on how to become a 7-star teacher, which I've also put in a book, which can help you in the future and even now. Number 1, a 7-star teacher must be an adapter. Who is an adapter? If you understand electrical and science, electrical engineering and science, you know that an adapter is something that connects. You must be a teacher that connects with your children, and you must love them. There are lots of things that you must adapt to. You must adapt to technology. You must adapt to curriculum. You must adapt to dynamic teaching experiences. Thank God we are not the generation of people who would have to use typewriter and all of that to teach our children. Now you understand that you must have basic skills that you must use to connect with them. If you cannot use technology, you cannot connect with a child. You are going to be backward. Number 2, because of my time, is that a 7-star teacher should be a visionary. A visionary is someone who can point children to the picture of the future and still maintain friendship with them. You must see the potentials of emerging tools and technology that you can use to help them to have a vision for the future. Number 3, to become a 7-star teacher, is that you must be a collaborator. Many years ago, the word that they use is actually teamwork. But as we evolve, there are certain languages that changed. They call it 21st century survival skill. You must understand some of those things that changed. So they call it collaboration. As a 7-star teacher, you must learn to collaborate, share, contribute, and invent things. It is very critical. You're going to collaborate with your fellow teachers. You're going to collaborate even with the children. You're going to collaborate even with the school that you find yourself. Number 4, the 7-star teacher must be a risk taker. And risk taking there is what I would put within the context of you to be able to surrender to the student's knowledge. A teacher is not somebody who dumps knowledge on people. A teacher is a facilitator of knowledge. And I dare you, because you are going to meet some students who are smarter than you know, you must be able to surrender. And that has happened to me many years ago. Number 5, a 7-star teacher must be a learner. You must keep learning every day. There's a saying that says that the day you stop learning, that's the day you stop dying. You can't come teach a message or teach a subject that you knew 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and you came to teach the same thing. Things have changed. Things have evolved. There are new informations every minute that come into play. You must make sure that you are fresh, and you must make sure that you are current. You have to keep learning. You can't say that the lesson plan you used 4 years ago is what you are going to use this year. Some things must have changed there. At least the cross-curricular links would have changed. A few examples would have changed. Don't be a knowledge giver carrying what is called stale insight. You must learn to be fresh on a daily basis. The 6th one is that you must be a communicator. Everyone from elementary school level right to becoming chiefs of institutions and systems, they have learned to be good communicators. As a teacher, 7-star teacher, you must learn to be able to communicate, particularly with everyone that you find. You have three sets of people to communicate with. You are going to communicate with the parents. In communicating with the parents, you must know what to say. There are ways to write reports. There are ways to report a child. You don't say a child is stupid. You don't say a child is foolish. You see, this child can never learn. When you sound like that, you have lost your dignity as a teacher. When a child never understands a thing, you should be blamed and not the child. There's something called the learning styles of children. Maybe you have just connected with the child with your auditory skills alone. What about the visual skills? What about kinesthetics? What about other things? So you never say that. Even if a child is looking foolish, which I believe that there is no child that is foolish, there is a way to explain it to the parents. There's a way to put it up in writing. You are also going to communicate with your fellow teachers. That's really important. That's really good because you must have the skill. Sometimes you are going to ask your fellow teacher, how do I get this done? How do I get that done? How can I teach this better? Sometimes this helps you a whole lot. And you're also going to communicate with students. The students that you teach, you must be able to speak their language. For that girl called Toby, I just spoke her language. And once you can communicate and speak their language, they are going to submit their brains and their minds to you. The last part is that you must be a leader. 7-star teacher must have the ability to model, and you must have the ability to teach them. Model them into the future. You are not just a teacher, like I said, you are a nation builder. You are the one modeling a great future for them. And that's very, very important. The leadership that you show in the next 5, 10, 20 years, you would find out that these people will respect it and they will keep looking for you. I have a few students, I'm sure I'm still in contact with close to about 45 who are scattered around the world, different countries. Many of them are like colleagues to me now because of the level of knowledge that they have and what they do. And you must be able to embrace that. But we talk at a high cognitive level. We interact, and it's just the joy of every teacher. So as you matriculate today, we are challenging you to be the best. We're challenging you to be the 7-star teacher. You know what you have. The hotels you have around the world, they are called 5-star hotels. Then in Dubai, they moved ahead and created a vacuum, not having a 6-star hotel. What they have is a 7-star hotel. Trying to tell the world that the best you can do is for you to fit in around the 5th or the 6-star hotel. We have gotten to the peak, which is called the 7-star hotel, which means a 7-star teacher must be somebody who would demonstrate expertise at a high level, must be somebody who will be so confident to commit to this educational work and see the children become the best that they can be. With this few points of mine, I hope I've been able to add a few to the knowledge that you have. Once again, I want to thank the provost, Dr. Lajimoke Mekilu, and every member of the academic board. Thank you so much for the privilege to do this. Thank you very much.
Please, we can do better than that. Thank you very much, Mr. Akinpelu. Personally, I've been gunning for 5-star. I didn't know they've raised the bar. So thank you very much for that, sir. Very quickly, I would also want to recognize the presence of Dr. Adenike Alaigo. You're very welcome, ma. Doctor joined us today for matriculation. Okay, now we'll move into the announcement for today.
Congratulations, everyone. Once the ceremony is over, we'll all go downstairs, ground floor, where the car park, to take our group photographs. Immediately after the group photographs, you come back upstairs examination register and then submit your signed copies of your oath. Online students, if you're still on, please sign your
Yes, we are here.
Thank you very much.
We're here.
Okay, please sign copies of your oath, scan and send back to the admissions officer. We need that today if possible. Sign your oath and send back to the admissions officer today. Sorry, Mr. Kimbelu, do you have materials that you... Okay, all right. Okay, so immediately after you've submitted your oath, I think Mr. Kimbelu is here with some materials that you may be interested in. So you can actually meet with him. He'll be here. So you can meet with him and then ask him more questions and then probably get 1 or 2 materials for yourselves and your friends. All students online, on-site, please try to complete try to fill your course forms and submit as your exams are fast approaching. So submit your course forms to the deans, I think. Yeah, submit all your course forms to the deans, okay, as soon as possible. Without your course forms, you can't sit your exams. So as soon as possible, please submit your course forms. Thank you. The Provost, ma'am. I now have the honor and bounden duty to invite you to declare this matriculation ceremony closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the College Academic Board and the college management, I hereby declare this matriculation ceremony closed.
Please remain standing for the procession. Please remain standing.
It was the best day of my life. My name is Talal and I'm from Lahore, Pakistan. I have 10 years of experience.
All right, everyone, can we all go downstairs now for the group photograph? Let's make it snappy so we don't stay so long here. Just go downstairs at the car park. Yes. So let's go downstairs for the group photograph. After that, we come back here to sign the matric oath.